Hi, my name is Alex De La Cruz, and today I'm going to show you how to swing a golf club like a pro, especially like Tiger Woods. One thing I'm going to tell you today are 6 fundamental steps of swinging the golf club. Very important, very important steps in hitting the ball precisely, straight, and like a pro, like Tiger, as people would say. Now, one of the first steps I'm going to tell you, and one of the most important steps, is how you hold the golf club. Now, you want to hold the golf club by the grip. This is the top of the club. The grip is very important because how you hold your golf club is going to mean how your club face, which is this part of your club, hits the ball. Now, when you grip the club, if you're right-handed like myself, you want to put your left hand on top, just like that. Put your right hand right underneath it, and you want your thumbs to be centered down the middle. Now you want the face of your golf club to be lined up straight, in a straight line. So when you hit the golf club, when you pull your swing back and your ball makes contact with the club, your club face is aimed in the direction that you want to hit. And that has to do with how you grip the club. Now, the second most important thing is your posture. And this is how you stand up against the ball when you're about to hit. Now, 5 main things of your posture are, number 1, the width of your feet when you walk up to the ball. Now, you want your feet being at least a foot apart in front of the ball. This gives you good balance and a good center of gravity. The next thing you want to do is your knee flex. You want to bend your knees just a little bit. You want to just be nice and flexible. So when you pull back on your club, you get a little bend in them boys, and you get a good contact with the ball. Now the third thing is your back. You want your back to be straight. Now you want to have good posture, good straight back. That way you have an equilibrium when you come across the ball like this. Next thing is the hips. You want to bend your back right at the hips. Stick your butt out just a little bit. You always notice you see golfers stick their butt out, move their feet up a little bit, and they bend themselves right at the hips so they can give themselves a low center of gravity, so when they swing, it's like being on a point, on a pendulum. And the next is your back angle. Now this is your back swing. Like, you want your back to you want everything to stay solid like this when you pull back on your club. Therefore, when you put all these 5 things together, 6 things together, you get a nice back swing. So you want to get your grip, you want to have your back straight, bend your knees, stick your butt out right at the hips, and then so when you pull back, you have an equal, legitimate golf swing, just like that. Now, the next most important thing that comes off of what I just told you is your pivot. And the pivot is pretty much how your back swing, your back and your front swing. When you do all those last steps, put them all together, and that's your pivot. When you pull back, it's how you pivot your body. You want to put your knees and your body pretty much on the same exact wavelength. Therefore, you can have a nice, even, solid contact with the ball. You don't want your club coming for your hits because it's going to make your club swing off to the left, which makes the ball obviously not go the right direction. You want it to go straight. And the next thing is you do when you line up with the club or with the ball. You want to align with the ball to where your target is. So let's say you're hitting straight ahead. You want to align your feet. So imagine there's a line on the floor directed straight at your target. Therefore, when you put everything that I just showed you together and then line up straight with the ball or with your target, your backswing is going to even out, and boom, you're aiming right towards your target so you can get a good clean shot. Now you want to do this all as smoothly as possible because, like I said, this is not an easy sport to play, and definitely if you want to be like Tiger one day. you need to practice your shot a lot. A lot, trust me. Next most important thing, this is by far the most important step, is your mental mindset when you're swinging your club. You don't want to think about it too much. And what I mean by this is everything that I just taught you, you want that to just happen naturally. You don't really want that. You don't want to be thinking about it too much, because if you think about it too much, I guarantee you, you're not going to hit a good shot. You're going to shank it, and shank means when you hit the ball and it looks like it's going straight and it just automatically just turns right. It's golfer's worst enemy. It's awful. Horrible feeling when you get it done too. So you want to put all the steps in front that I told you in a one solid motion without even thinking about it. Your grip. You want to hold your grip right. You want your posture. You want to bend the knees slightly. You want to bend at the hips. Stick your butt out a little bit. Keep your back straight. You want to keep this arm straight at all times. This arm only breaks at the top of your backswing. So that means when you get everything together and you pull back like that, your wrist breaks, but your arm doesn't, and you follow through. Boom. Great looking shot. Happens every time. A key thing to do also, you have to follow through your shot. You can't come up short on your shot, because I guarantee you every time you don't follow through on your shot, your full swing, you're A, not going to hit the ball as far as you want to, or B, you're going to come back to the shank. So, therefore, I just taught you how to swing a perfect golf club. You put all these things into one fell swoop. Mentally, physically, get your mind right. Just don't even think about it. Just come right at the ball. Do everything that I showed you, and you should come up with a shot like Tiger. And that is what you have to do to shoot like a pro.